How do everyone, and welcome back to Royville in 4Color. My name is Stefan, and tonight it's all about swords. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Anyway, I have 3 books for you, and it's been kind of coming to my attention that I'm a little too excited about these. So I'm going to try to tone it down, only be at like a 80 or 90, but we'll see how it goes. I am just too excited about comics sometimes. Anyway, that being said, I have 3 books for you, all centered around people using swords. So, without further ado, the first one is Ninjak vs. Roku. And not the streaming device. Actually, a woman. This is part of the road to resurgence of the Valiant universe. I'm a big fan of the Valiant universe. I like a lot of the characters. Ninjak lately hasn't really been hitting me very well. Don't know if it's just kind of not digging the stories, but anyway, he is former MI6. The Ninjak is actually Ninja K. There was kind of a like Ninja A, Ninja B, Ninja C, Ninja, all down the line. He's Ninja K, so Ninjak. The Roku lady is the person that kind of helped train him initially. They become a love interest. She is killed and brought back by a bad guy, and now she's one of Colin King, Ninjak's nemesis. Also, she has telekinetic hair, which I always get these like Rapunzel vibes, and so it's not really it's kind of comical to me, but anyway. This is written by Al Ampadu, and the art is by Emiliano Correa, or Correa, Correa. So, both of these individuals are after this young girl called Mary Beth, who is basically a living supercomputer. Ironically, both of them kind of want to rescue and protect her. However, Roku is a villain, so they obviously don't want Roku to have access to Mary Beth. She has a supercomputer in her head, so basically she's knowledgeable, omnipresent. They find her, or find basically where she's at. She's on this island. Ninjak goes there, finds Roku, does not find Mary Beth. She's had her mind scrambled, Roku has, and because Ninjak shows up, they fight. It's standard comic book fare there. And then she starts using her hair in attacking. And then once again, it was kind of comical, but holy cow, the hair slams into concrete. So yeah, I was kind of digging it a little more there. I thought that was actually pretty cool. Like, this is some dangerous stuff. So she does pretty well in the fight. It is back and forth, neither of them really getting the upper hand until kind of the end, where she has Ninjak up and she's basically going to choke him out. They find out that there's a scroll just kind of laying there with some coordinates to where Mary Beth is, and it's left by this villain called Jonin or Yonin. It's basically Ronin with a J instead of an R. I'm not exactly sure how they pronounce it, but I'm going to go with Jonin. And obviously it's a trap. I was actually thinking, when I'm like, seriously, there's just a scroll laying there with where you need to go next. I mean, come on. I did better than that in my D&D games. But that being said, they know it's a trap. Something's going on. So, yeah. So Ninjak tells Roku, we need to work together to get Mary Beth out of, the predicament she's in. And Roku says, screw you. I'm not going to do what you say. We need to work together to get Mary Beth back. But then I'm going to kill you. Yeah, so it's a totally different plan. And that's where the comic ends. I really liked, like I said, I haven't really been into the Ninjak comics lately, but this one was a lot of fun. He's doing some spy thriller, beat 'em up. I can kind of see, take Ninjak out of it, put James Bond and one of his femme fatales in these places. So yeah, I'm really digging this, and swords on the cover. All right. The next one is Blood and Fire #1. If you've seen some of my other videos that talk about this type of stuff, yeah, I am digging my samurai comics, media, and the like. This one is written by Aaron Wroblewski, and the art is by Ezekiel Rubio Lancho. And I really enjoyed this. So basically, this is also an independent. This one's an independent by, obviously, Valiant Entertainment and Alien Books. This one is an independent by Red 5 Comics. I've read a few things from Red 5. They were they were good, but you kind of tell they were an indie. Not great. However, basically, what I'll say is it was great ideas, execution, not so great. However, this one is different. I saw on the back it was part of a Kickstarter as well, that people helped him get his idea to print. Not exactly sure if that was something involved with Red 5 Comics. However, I'm glad they did. So this is set in 1563 Japan during the Big Civil War. And you don't get the main character's name. I'm pretty sure that's this guy right here. He is the bodyguard to a noble. The noble's brother is dying. So he's like, I have to go. You're my lord. I will go with you. I am sworn, blah, blah, blah. And the main character, basically the bodyguard, Usagi Yojimbo, he's not a rabbit. Anyway, the bodyguard has to go with him, so he has to leave his wife and child to go. Well, they get there. There's the last moments with his brother. However, his other brother is there, and they don't get along. More of the fact that the other brother's kind of mean and rude. Anyway, the eldest brother dies, the noble of the nobles, and as the main character and his noble lord is leaving, they get ambushed, and arrows, all of the bodyguards that are with his noble lord are dying. They're getting attacked, they're getting killed, and the noble lord gets an arrow shot, and our bodyguard has to basically kind of drag him out, get him out. We need to go now. And they're kind of fighting their way through. I love this imagery. They get into the forest, and basically he is being surrounded. Sadly, the noble lord succumbs to his wounds, and I believe it's kind of like the standard, like, my lord has been killed, and now I am the sole kind of bodyguard, wandering the land. However, he has his wife and child that he wants to get back to. By the way, once again, love this imagery. Definitely the writer must have watched some Japanese movies, because the main character, I'm definitely getting some Toshiro Mifune vibes from him. Either he patterned him off of the guy or what. Not that that's a bad thing. Love my Yojimbo, love my Sanjuro, and other things that that actor is in. However, definitely gave me some vibes. So the very last part of this issue is basically he is being surrounded. He's hurt. The bodyguard is hurt. And he just wants to get back to his family. He's like, I have to go. I have to get back to them. He finally gets the strength to stand up. He looks around and he is surrounded by the enemy. To be continued. And oh my gosh, I was so on board with this. I love my samurai movies. I thought the art was great. The writing was really good and not too much. Yes, this is a great recommend here. Blood and Fire #1. All right, so, and swords on the cover. All right, so the last one I have for you, and if you are at all into my videos, you know that I'm loving this guy. So what I have is Conan the Barbarian #11. I like that kind of chalky art cover. Really cool. All right, this is written by the Dream Conan writer right now for me, Jim Zub, and the art is by Raub de la Torre. And once again, the melding of these two is just hitting me in my Conan tickle, if you know what I mean. I'm loving this book, loving this run on it. These people can do this for 100, 200 issues, and I would be on board. So what's going on in this one is Conan is continuing to be back in time, traveling with King Kull, another character from Robert E. Howard's prolific writing, and they are in Atlantis. Kull returns to the land of his youth, and they're going deeper and deeper down into the depths under the Atlantean city. And I'm just loving the vigils. I guess I'm having a vigil of, he likes it too. Having vigils of Conan, but the visuals of this. They get to this room and they open up a door and these under creatures just attack. And it is a classic Conan art right here as they're all just leaping onto him. He's fighting off. You get Kull down in the corner there fighting as well. This is actually a two page. I did not take a picture of the whole thing, but 2 pages as they're just basically bombarding them and they have to fight off all these subterranean, almost kind of Morlock style creatures. I really liked it. So Conan is with Kull and his Red Slayers, and as you know, in a lot of stories, the Red Slayers, aptly named for my Star Trek fans, they pretty much all die except for one of them in this confrontation. There's also a woman that is part of the Slayers that Conan had some intimate relationships with on the ship on the way here, and she dies. And there's actually a really cool panel showing him just kind of over her as she is passing away. It was a really interesting, it's not just the whole sword and sorcery fighting and all that kind of stuff. There's these cool, just little moments that I enjoy in this writing. Anyway, that being said, they continue to go down deep into the underground of Atlantis, where basically a new world is being seen, and there's rivers and waterfalls, and I took a picture of that. This is also a 2-page spread, and I really like the visuals. It gives you this kind of otherworldly, like you are going in here with Conan, and I really am enjoying that. At the end, they find a tomb where Kull lets his enthusiasm get the best of him, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but I saw that last page and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool that they brought this character in. But I don't want to ruin that for you. I will say it's a villain, and if this is a strong recommend, as all these Conan books by Jim Zub are. That being said, those are my 3 books. Oh, lastly, swords on the cover. This one actually also has a lot of blood dripping from it. So there, live by the sword, die by the sword. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Always remember what your mom said. If you gotta be a dick, be a Grayson. Thanks everybody for watching. Keep reading.